Despite all the protests, IAA took place in Munich. And let me share with you some highlights. In addition to OEMs and startups, there were some partners like Lego. You can buy something in the shop and enjoy these masterpieces. BlackRoll presented their products as well and held sessions every hour. It was really fun. For additional costs, you could, so to say, drive with Lewis Hamilton and experience all these moves drivers have during Formula One. Mobility is not only about cars, it's also about flying. Atlas, for instance, presented their flying drone, and you could already pre-register in order to be one of the first who will be able to try it when they will be in Europe. Flying cars should be possible. The work is already in progress. But e-mobility is a core area of IAA, so let's go there. Mercedes was one of the most popular areas, I could say. There were always lots of people there. They presented their latest models, EQS 450 Plus or EQS 350. Mercedes used different technologies like augmented reality in order to make your experience even better. Lots of people were curious to see the infinity screen Mercedes uses in EQS models. It looks fancy, but in reality it's not the same as in the videos you can find in YouTube. I know that it's not one screen but combination of three, and you can so obviously see the ages between them. That's what a little bit disappointed me. And the coolest thing in the IAA was the concept car from Mercedes, which is called Avtr. It's like a spaceship from the future. I can't imagine the usage of this car, but it looks really impressive. Another huge area was occupied by a Chinese manufacturer called Wei. They presented electric cars, concept cars and plug-in hybrids. Welcome to Mini and BMW area. It was super crowded and popular as Mercedes. Some companies presented technologies that are currently intensively being developed in the automotive industry, like driver monitoring sensors or augmented audio in a car and much more. There was quite interesting electric city car Yoyo from an Italian brand XLV. The idea is that the car is built using 3D technology and can be assembled just in 3 days. It can go up to 150 kilometers. It has flexible charging using swapping batteries, And the price on the Italian website is around 13,000 euros, plus there will be some incentives from the government. I also really loved the part with retro heritage cars, where you can find so beautiful models. And also you could buy some of them. Opel Olympia Caravan was presented there as well. It is almost 70 years old and it was taken from the streets in Berlin. If you are interested in bicycles, you could find also lots of interesting things there. One of the parts I didn't like was the way how test drives were organized. There were some changes and it was completely not clear what and where you have to go. One of the test drives was Hyundai Ioniq 5. I was actually surprisingly impressed by this car. It has really good range, around 470 kilometers. It has lots of space, the interior looks pretty good and you can really enjoy the drive there. And what is most importantly, the price is also quite good for electric car. It starts from 43,000 euros. The idea with BMW was to drive BMW i3. However, for some reasons, they decided to choose BMW i3 Suite, which has basically two seats for the driver and for the passenger. It means you couldn't drive, you could just enjoy being on the back seat. But of course, it's not the same feeling, especially if you are really considering to buy this car. And most importantly, you cannot buy BMW i3 Suite because there are only up to 20 pieces of this car in the world, and mostly they are used for these kind of purposes as IAA. To sum it up, I can say that of course it was quite nice visit, but most probably I just had high expectation for this exhibition. I've never been before, for example, in Frankfurt, so I don't have anything to compare that. What do you think about IAA in Munich and in general? Which part was the most interesting for you? Let's discuss this in the comments.